Hey YouTube, back with another video. Today we're, I guess, restoring, rejuvenating this old antique bed. That thing, the stripping it part, I tried filming it, but the stripper didn't work as well as I had expected, and stripping the paint off to that bare metal, or mostly bare metal that you see, took about 3 days, working about 6 hours each day. But it's finally done. It had a coat of gray paint on it. I'm not sure if it was a primer paint or just a gray paint, but that stuff was old and it was starting to show rust through it, and you know, it needed to be repainted. I tried sanding it, but I just couldn't really. I knew all the layers of old paint would show no matter what I done, so stripping it was the only option. So we did. This is actually ready to be painted, so you know, under that gray paint there was the what I'm assuming to be the original blue factory paint. I used a citrus based stripper called Citrus Strip. It worked okay on the gray paint where the gray paint was really thin, but you know, I still wound up having to go at it pretty hard with a wire brush to get it off. And where there had been runs in the paint while it was being painted, and there was actually quite a lot of them, more than I would have suspected, because I know who painted it. Well, my stepdad painted it, and I know he was a damn good painter. But anyway, the runs that were in it, the paint was thicker there, though it didn't do so good there. The second coat of paint, it came off, but that was that really old enamel paint. There was no primer under that, you know, because they just didn't use it with enamel. That stuff, whew, it came off, but it was a booger to get it off. And I'm unsure of the age of this bed. I just don't have a clue, but I'm thinking somewhere between 1920s and 1940s. Let's move over and look at the bed springs. See, this old bed never actually used what we call box springs today. It used whatever that is called, which I have no clue what that's called. But I do know one thing: it is one soft and comfortable bed. My older brother had this bed. He bought it in a junk store when I want to think about between 8 and 10, maybe 11 years old. So that would have been in the 90s, and it was an old bed back then, you know. But either way, we're bringing it back, and I'm gonna use it until I can find, come across a better mattress setup than what I currently have, because I don't have a bad back, YouTube, but I've had back pain since sleeping on that old bed that's in that house now, and yeah, I can't stand that no more, you know. So I've got to get back into something that's not, well, the mattress that's in that house it's the 30-year-old foam mattress that came with the house, and it's not even that modern foam bed junk that they have now. It's that old yellow foam And you know, you let it get 30 years old, you get sunk in spots, and it's just making me ache, and I can't stand it no more. All right, let's move back over to the headboard, and we'll start putting on some primer. Well, YouTube, you know I'm getting old now. I brought y'all over here to point something out on this bed that I wanted y'all to see, and I totally forgot to show it to you. Hold on one more time. The reason that I expect that this bed is a lot older than originally intended, sure, it has some stamped and folded parts on it, but what it doesn't have is there's nothing on this bed that's welded, and there's nothing that's got a screw in it. It's actually riveted. Shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera, YouTube. These pipes here, they're not, you know, they've not been run through any kind of dye to get them this oval shape. They're actually cast iron. You can feel the line here where the cast iron was casted, and then right here is actual casting slag that they've ground off, which they didn't grind much of it off. This here may actually have been heated and folded with a hammer. I can see hammer marks in it. You know, so I think it's probably 1920s, or you know, there's a slim chance that it could be even older than that. But this here being galvanized metal, the only galvanized metal on the bed, this makes me think, I don't know exactly when they came out with galvanized metal. That's the problem. But yeah, that's sure enough galvanized. And all this is cast. I don't know if these are cast or not. I don't see casting slag or anything like that, and I think something like that would be very hard to cast. But either way, let's get back and let's get to spraying some paint. Okay, well, first off, we're gonna use this dry paintbrush and just kind of knock whatever dust and pollen's gotten on it, because I got tired yesterday and I left this thing out all night when I didn't intend to. But you know, it is what it is. I guess it doesn't matter. When I sanded this thing, YouTube, I sanded and sanded and sanded on it. I could not get the metal as smooth as I wanted. I mean, it's fairly smooth now, but it ain't nowhere near what I was hoping for. So I'm reasonably certain that this paint job ain't gonna look quite like what I had envisioned in my head. I won't make y'all sit here and watch me shake this paint up. Hold on. Okay, YouTube, let's spray some paint. Hard to see on camera, isn't it, YouTube? Alright, I'm gonna finish painting this and then I'll bring y'all back. Well, look at there, YouTube. It's all gray again. I think I forgot to mention that I'm gonna do black and gold on this. I'm thinking these slats are gonna be gold. This here may be gold or it may not be. I've not made up my mind yet. And these little decorative pieces around the feet, they're gonna be gold as well. And the bed springs over there, I think I'm just gonna do them in all black, you know, just to get it done, because I'm ready to sleep on this thing. Alright, I'll bring y'all back when this paint's had time to set up and it's time to paint the other side. Okay, YouTube, it's time to paint the other side. I changed the way I had that standing up because I didn't want to lean it up against that rough wood, that fresh paint. I've got a pipe drove in the ground and those square legs are hollow. I just kind of stuck it down over the pipe that I drug in the ground to hold it up. Okay, YouTube, the headboard there is all primed. Well, stripped, sanded, and primed. I only bought 1 can of primer thinking that that was all that I would need. Well, I'm actually going to need more than that, so I'll have to go tomorrow and get another can of primer, and then, you know, that's going to go ahead and end the video for today. Tomorrow we'll wet sand it. I'll show you some of it, but I won't make y'all watch the whole process of wet sanding this thing. But we'll get it wet sanded and we'll start putting on some color tomorrow. Alright, YouTube, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have a good day. Bye bye, YouTube.